Okay, question 8 says, the points in the table lie on a line, find the slope of the line, and graph the line. I think it's easier to do these by graphing. -4, comma, -1, -1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. Graphing points is a skill that you have to know in 7th grade. 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1. -1. Right there. Who can raise their hand and tell me while I'm graphing my next point, how many actual points do I need to graph to make a line? How many points do I need to graph to make a line? That's at least 2. Now, be smart. Go graph a bunch of them. Graph all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would graph every one they have, because then you know you're like double checking the double check, so that you are actually getting things very, very close and accurate. Yes, sorry, I'm going to turn the line so you guys see this. Now, I can get my slope 2 different ways. If I didn't have this here, right here, how do I get my slope over here? What do I do? What's the 2 words I'm looking for? Yeah, rise over run. That means up to 1, 2, 3 to the right. Rise over run. Now, they got fancy. M means slope. It means rise over run. It's up 2, 3 to the right. That means up 2, 3 to the right. There is my graph. There's my line. I've earned my 2 points. Now, if on your test they tell you to get the slope, but they don't give you this, that's the change in y over change in x. You get a whole worksheet of those. Change in y. If I go from 1 to 3, 3 to 5, who can raise their hand and tell me what happens if I'm going 1 to 3, 3 to 5? We'll be prepared. I'm going to call anybody I want here, especially people taking apart their pens. Funny, it's on the video. Yeah, hide. What do I get? I get +2. Who wants to tell me what happens when I go X is here? 2 to 5. Noah. +3. Still gives me a slope of 2 over 3. I can get my 2 over 3 with my chart or my graph. Now, the next question, number 9. You got to stare at your chart, and I know exactly which one's on your test. Your test one talks about babysitting, and when you get babysitting, you should be talking about dollars per hour. This is talking about when you're advertising something, do they do miles per gallon or gallons per mile? Now, that's weird. Listen to that carefully. When you drive your car, do you go miles per gallon or gallons per mile? Miles per gallon or gallons per mile? Yeah, gallon. It should be miles per gallon. I mean, math, real life math. How many miles per gallon does a normal car get? Normal car. Economical good car. Yeah.
Around like 12, I would say.
Whoa, that's a gas guzzler. That'd be my truck. That's why I don't like to use my truck too much. My truck gets like 16. Car, yeah. 20, 25, 30. If you're one of those eco-friendly people and you have like a smart car or like a really whatever, you can be 30 or 40. Now, on here, all I want you to do is put dots here. This question's way easier than you think. If I went 10 miles, I burned a gallon. If I went 20 miles, I burned 2 gallons. If I went 30 miles, I burned 3 gallons. Who can give me the reduce down how many miles per gallon? How many miles per gallon? Gotta hear a different voice. Anybody? Tess, what do you got? 10 miles per gallon. Your slope? Slope, though, I would always write this as 10 miles per gallon. It's kind of odd. Your slope and rate of change should be change in y over change in x. My change in y is only 1. My change in x is 10. If I'm leaving units on my answer, I'd describe it as 10 miles per gallon. If they're asking me for my slope and my rate of change, officially, it's 1 over 10. 1 over 10. I'm kind of taking both answers. I would describe it as 10 miles per gallon because that's what you hear in life. Here they're asking you for your slope, which is rise over run, and it's change in Y over change in X. So officially, you should have an answer of 110. But when you put your units on there, I don't think many people would say, I burned 1 gallon of gas and went 10 miles. They say I went 10 miles on 1 gallon.